different classes, superchargers, mountain motor cars, and funny car. A lot of action with everybody dogfighting for a win up north of the border. It's all about to happen right here on Speed. Everybody's happy and the fans are screaming. He gets all out of shape. Boom! Wow! Take a look at that speed. Oh! Great drag race side by side. Oh, man! Woo-hoo! And he's gonna win it right there. Man, oh man, what a great drag race. Welcome everyone to the EMAX Nitro Jam Racing Series. We're at the Rocky Mountain Nationals here in Edmonton, Alberta. It's Castrol Raceway. Ken Stout with you, Brian Olson sitting alongside, and record-setting crowds here to come watch some great drag racing. Spectacular weather, Brian.
It's great weather. It is great fans. It's been that way 3 days in a row, and we are down to the finals here on race day, Ken.
Now, a guy that has been to every final so far this season is Glenn Karunski, but he's qualified tough here. With more on that, let's go to Juliet.
Promont driver Glenn Karunski, this is basically his home track. This Chev Bel Air, it's been winning races this season, took the first win in Texas. He has been to every final this year. Glenn has proved that consistency wins races. This weekend, you just made it into the show, Glenn, qualified in the number 15 spot. How are you feeling on race day?
A little nervous, because we normally don't start off on the 15 spot, but we've won races from the 16 spot also. So race day is a totally different thing. This altitude has thrown us a couple loops, but that's fine. We'll cut our light on it, tune the car up, and see what happens.
Well, we'll see if we can make this ball hit a home run, take that curveball, make it fly. Let's head to first round highlights.
Well, the good news for him in the EMAX Drag Racing Series ladder now, he'll race number 7 qualifier, not number 2. Let's go to first round highlights. Take a look at the reigning champ in the near lane. That is Mike Castellana, lined up alongside Tommy DeApril, and Tommy is out.
What a great side-by-side drag race. They were dead even off the starting line. Here's the in-car camera from Tommy DeApril's car. Support our truth machine, hitting the buttons, going through the gears, hits a parachute, reaches for the handbrake, but he'll go out in round 1.
And it looked like Castellana might have hurt some parts and pieces. Here comes Glenn Karunski here in the near lane, trying to hang on. Dan Rowe in the far lane, and Karunski will not go to 4 consecutive finals as Danny Rowe takes him out.
They two were dead even off the starting line. Look at that margin of victory, a half of a car length for Danny Rowe at the top end of the Jimmy Rector tuned machine.
Now, Steve Barman, and Barman lines up alongside that beautiful Camaro driven by Carl Spearing. The win will go to the Summit sponsored machine, and Barman with a 6:20 and 0:40 reaction time beats him on a hole shot.
Spearing runs 6:17. Here's the Camaro with nitrous and Jim Hawley. Kenny Lang's supercharged machine alongside the Chevrolet Corvette picks up the win, 6:23 to a 6:24. Good race.
Almost impossible to see with a naked eye. Look at this one at the stripe, 4 thousandths of a second. True win margin coming to the near lane. Kenny Lang just slides by and makes it to round 2.
Harold Martin in the Pontiac for AC Delco. The Skull Gear machine near side of Scott Cannon. Supercharged machine all over the racetrack. Picks up the win, and I don't know how, 6:52.
Great battle right there. Also, Cannon reset both ends of the track ETM mile per hour record. Look at him sashaying around out there, covering a lot of racetrack, but somehow is able to just beat Harold Martin across the stripe.
That was another close drag race. That's awesome, man.
Now our picks here, our performance pick from the pits, and I'm going to go with the Iceman. He's had a tough year. He's finally qualified inside of the field. I'm going with Shannon Jenkins.
Well, Ken, I'm going to go with Steve Barman, Jim Audie, and the gang from Summit, and their supercharged Dodge. That is a team that is way overdue for a big, big win, and one of the best drivers in the category. Right now, though, let's go to Julie Atchison for her pick from the pits.
Here's another tight class, guys. I'm going to have to go with Scotty Cannon on this one. Scotty set low ET and top speed. This car has a ton of power. See if he can make this power work and make my pick win.
No, she needs to win another one. She's won Top Fuel, dude. I mean,
she's doing pretty good.
She's off to a great start. Bert Knoxer right there in front of you with that Corvette. And he actually got his first career win a year ago. We'll take a look at the ladder here.
He'll have Lane Joyce over Shannon Jenkins, and once again, the Gray Arrow actually indicates the quicker car in the previous round, and that the lane choice.
Shannon Jenkins, we talked about that earlier, struggled qualifying the car earlier this year. He's in the field now, and Burton gets way out of shape, has to get out of the throttle. I thought he was going to collect the wall for a moment, and the Iceman right down the middle of the strip goes 625, 224, and picks up some nice ET.
That is a very rare occurrence for Burton Oxer's car. This car generally right down the middle of the lane, and that front end was hiked way, way up. Look at the left front wheel of this race car. And that baby comes down, it goes straight towards the wall. Picture perfect run for the Iceman, and your pick, Shannon Jenkins.
This was a big one for you. You wanted it pretty bad, and you took it with a 625.
Yeah, I mean, we've been struggling with the other car. We've been doing a lot of testing on different things. We kind of got behind the 8 ball, and just had to get back to what we knew we were doing, and some of that showed this weekend.
Are you feeling it? Are you feeling that you're back?
Oh, yeah, it feels good to make a round. It feels good to qualify, and then make a round is even better. Yeah, I think we'll be okay the rest of the season.
Next up, Kenny Lang and Danny Rowe will do battle here. Kenny Lang, of course, stealing that win on a hole shot in round 1.
A couple of Chevrolet Corvettes side by side, that 53 alongside that 63 split window coupe. Oh, big hole shot right here, baby.
Oh, and something popped out of Kenny Lang's car right there towards the end. 631, 223. Should have been a bit better, but he'll win another one on a hole shot. That's 2 in a row. Right there, you see the car lay over.
Yeah, it laid over right before the finish line, but for Kenny Lang, he picks up the win. Danny Rowe, for whatever reason, was terribly late on the starting line. You can't tell from here that he's behind by a couple of car lengths. That car makes a picture-perfect run, is 12/100ths quicker to the finish line, but does not take the win.
And the reigning world champ in Pro Mod, Mike Castellana, will line up alongside Quayne Stott. It'll be a nitrous entry for Castellana to the supercharged entry in the Levoy car. Brian, we've got a bulb out in the tree.
Yeah, the actual far side of the racetrack, the staging bulb on the backside, or this side of the actual racetrack looking at it, is burned out, so we don't really know when they're staged up. We can tell you right now, though, that Quayne Stott goes to the next round.
Mike Castellana, 622 with an 064 line. A little better reaction time, but not enough to take the win away from Quayne.
Yeah, supercharged car picks up the win at the top end of the racetrack, and let's see what he's got to say about that round win.
It was a great side-by-side drag race. Awesome pass for you guys with the 619.
Yeah, we're proud of that, especially today in the heat, the way we struggled qualifying. And I just knew Mike was going to kill me on the tree, so I don't know what happened there. But we took the win. That's all that mattered, because we got Hammer Equipment Company here with Lee Boy, and we're just trying to make this a good race for them. They're here with all the big hoopla, and we can just keep going. This semifinal's been killing me all year, so if I can get by this next round, maybe I'll break the jinx.
Well, somebody's going to lose their performance bit from the picks right now, because Scott Cannon and Steve Barman are getting ready to do battle.
That's exactly right, and Julia has picked Scott Cannon, and I've got Steve Barman. 2 supercharged cars, GTO alongside that Dodge.
And how about that? It is going to be Scott Cannon, 621, 226, and a great reaction time for both drivers.
Absolutely, 032 to 029.
Hold on when we come back. It's Mountain Motor Pro Stock.
Reaction time is everything. Blink and you'll miss it. Green means go. The Skullshine World Nationals, presented by AC Delco. Don't miss all new Nitro Buddy cars, 5-time top fuel champ Clay Milliken, and more. And Saturday is the legendary Nitro Fire. See the Jet Semi Firestorm, 3 fireworks, Nitro Psychos, and more. Plus all kids seats for just $5. The EMAX Nitro Jam Series, August 25th, 26th, and 27th, Norwalk Raceway Park.
The wait for the coals just got a lot shorter. New Kingsford Charcoal with surefire grooves, heats faster, and is ready sooner. Kingsford, BBQ, PDQ.
Do you really need a titanium driver? That magnesium frame spinning reel? A 60-inch screen? Do you really need a motor oil that protects for 15,000 miles?
Darn right.
You deserve the best of the best. Mobil 1 Extended Performance. Advanced technology, proven anti-wear protection, guaranteed for 15,000 miles.
Mobil 1 Extended Performance.
The oil that's changing oil.
Introducing the Triple Prime Burger, made with prime tenderloin, ribeye, and sirloin, ground fresh.
It eats like steak and cuts like butter.
The new Triple Prime Burger, Ruby Tuesday.
Power will take you farther. Craftsmanship is alive. Passion is the ride. Born of GSXR heritage, the 2006 Suzuki Boulevard M109R features a dual overhead cam EFI V-twin and performance suspension. It takes cruising to a whole new place.
The C-Max Drag Racing Series is being brought to you by Torque Racing Fuels, fuels with an attitude, and by Cars, RV, and Marine, your one-stop shop. Welcome back to the Rocky Mountain Nationals here with the EMAX Nitro Jam Racing Series. Right now, we're going to send it over to Julie Atchison, who's standing with the winner in Torque Race Fuels Pro Stock from last event.
Pete Berner and his team, they're looking for a win this weekend. They're qualified in the number 3 spot, sitting number 4 in points. It's a big day for you guys. You must be excited heading into eliminations. You have a brand new car this year. You switched from a Ford to a Chev.
It's a great car. Rick Jones did an awesome job building this car for us. We had great luck with the Ford cars, but back in '94 when we first started, we were a GM. Went to Ford because of John Kazi and the Ford Hemis. Now John is building the Chevy Hemi, so this thing's got some great power. He did a good job. All of the people that worked on this car did a great job for us. The thing is just like magic. Whatever we do in tuning, the thing wants to go fast.
You guys want to go fast this weekend, coming off that big win in Grand Bend?
Oh, we're ready. The car's very consistent right now. All the driver's got to do is do his deal, cut a good light, and see if we can win some rounds today.
Very tight field, this Pro Stock field. We'll see if you and your team can move up in the points ladder. Let's head now to round 1 of eliminations.
Great looking goat, too. Torque Race Fuels Pro Stock category. Far lane, John Montecalvo in the Citgo sponsor machine. Dan Sweeney in the near lane.
Pontiac GTO taking on that Chevrolet Cobalt. Round 1, Torque Pro Stock.
And Montecalvo will keep the nose of that Cobalt out in front, 649, 214. Good to get him to round 2.
That 300's going past the Christmas tree.
In the red car in the far lane, that would be Tony Gillick. The near lane, Elijah Morton.
Let's get reminded that the stage beam on the far side of the racetrack is burned out. Tony Gillick gets the win here.
Tony Gillick, a nice lap, 648, 214 miles an hour. Elijah, 653 and off the pace.
213 the speed. Here we go. Pete Berner, we just talked to him, against the defending world champion. This is Steve Speed.
And Pete Berner has been running some great numbers this year, and he dismisses the reigning champion, Steve Spees.
Watch Steve Spees' car from the in-car camera. This was the dominating car in 05. And as you mentioned, Ken has definitely struggled here in 2006, down round 1.
Next up, if you want to see a spectacular-looking car, watch the Mustang in the near lane. Robert Patrick alongside Jerry Haas. Jerry Haas lays a bulb on him, an 018 light, and wins it on a hole shot.
A 700th of a second slower in ET, but picks up the win. And the guy driving the yellow car actually built that gorgeous red car near the camera.
Now, here we go. Far lane, Frank Gugliotta in Charlie Taylor's machine. Near lane, Rick Jones, the chassis builder for Pete Berner. And this one will go to Frank Gugliotta, who gets the win. Rick Jones is out in round 1.
Another hole shot victory. Let's go to the performance picks from the pits, Ken.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Pete Berner. That car has run some great numbers. It's a new machine for him this year. We'll see if he can make it 2 in a row.
Well, you can take Pete Berner, who is working on 2 in the row, but I'm going to take the ASSC Mustang of Tony Gillick, who is trying to win his second race of the season. Watch that car as it's found great consistency. Now let's check out Julie Atchison's pick from the pits.
My pick for Pro Stock, Frank Gugliotta. The reason? Well, Frank's a great racer. He's had low ET, top speed this weekend. I'm going with the number 1 guy in this class again. So my pick for Pro Stock, Frank Gugliotta.
Hey, is duck hunting legal? I mean, don't you have to have a license for that stuff?
She always picks the easy ones, doesn't she? Remember that girl.
Boy, talk about amazing-looking cars. That thing is just so beautiful. The GTO, driven by Pete Burner. We just heard about it. Built by Rick Jones, of course. Kazi Power inside of it. He'll line up alongside Larry O'Brien, a Canadian.
In the Dodge. And hats off to SD, Steve DeKinga and crew up there in Michigan for the wild paint job of Pete Burner's race car.
Roswell carburetors underneath that one. It's bad.
Good old race, Bud, once again.
Man, oh man, look at Larry O'Brien putting him to work right there. Good drag race. Larry O'Brien almost steals one with an 033 light.
Larry O.B. has 700s going past the Christmas tree. That is the reaction time. But at the finish line, it's a GTO right there for Burner. By a fender, he'll pick up the win here in round number 2. Now the in-car camera. Some guys use the buttons. Burner uses the Liberty manual shifted transmission, and Pete Burner goes to round number 3.
You drove around them, 649, 213. It looks like this new car combo's working for you.
Oh, the car is great. The driver didn't do his job, obviously, on the starting line there. We need to pick it up for the next run there. Either that or we're going to have to get a cattle prod or something like that. Wake me up a little bit there. But I think we'll be ready for the next round.
Next up, we'll take a look at the number 1 qualifier and Julie's pick. Frank Gugliotta, the flying meatball. He'll line up alongside good buddy John Montecalvo from the island, Long Island that is. Far lane. We should also say Frank Gugliotta in qualifying set the track record about 18 miles per hour.
Chevrolet versus the Ford. Top end.
How about that? Frank Gugliotta takes Charlie Taylor's car to yet another round win, 649, 215.
That is another great side-by-side Mountain Motor Pro Stock race. Watch it right at the finish line as he'll take the win by about a half of a car length. Let's talk to the flying meatball, Frank Gugliotta.
Great for you and your team to take the win. You win a 643. It was a great side-by-side drag race, and you got lane choice by 1/1000th of a second.
Well, that's close. We're going to probably need it. I think the right lane may be a little bit better, so we'll see. But a lot of people out here today. Just glad to be here, and hopefully we can take this thing home because we sure need to. We've been struggling here lately.
Tony Gillick will line up in the far lane next to the 04 world champ, John Nobile, who will be in the near lane. We should also talk about the numbers we're seeing, not spectacular based off the altitude that we're racing at here.
Yeah, this baby just about lines itself up with the Rocky Mountains to the south. You're not going to see 630 runs here today, and you haven't through the weekend. But my pick from the pits, Gillick picks up the win, 016 light.
How about that, man? That is knocking the tree down. John Nobile kind of sashaying his way down through there.
I might finally pick one right, too, you know what?
Well, you at least got to round 3, my friend. Jerry Haas, one of the good guys in drag racing right there, and a superb chassis builder will line up next to a top sportsman world champ and Jeff Dobbins.
Jeff Dobbins, who started out 05 with a horrific crash in San Antonio, has had a great year here in 06, Ken.
A pretty good-sized move to the left there for Dobbins, but not enough to shake him. An 036 light goes 651, takes the win. Jerry Haas way off that 018 he had in round 1.
Yeah, Haas is a little bit tardy off the starting line, and Dobbins' car makes a move to the left, but he never has to get out of the throttle. Watch it from the top end. Car on the left side of your screen makes a straight move. Dobbins heads toward the wall, straightens it out, back to the groove, lights up the billboard.
You got him right at the start. You treat him. You went a 651, 213. You were a bit all over the place in that run.
Yeah, got a little loose on me. We gathered it up, got it on down the middle, got the win. We're trying to win one for a buddy of mine that got critically injured in a racing accident about 3 weeks ago. So this one's for Lorenzo. We'll see you next round.
When we come back, we'll bring you Alcohol Funny Car Round 1.
Wednesday night on Pigs.
Camara's sleeper of the century.
It's a classic Chevy showdown.
Y'all asking for way too much.
When crosstown rivals meet to settle a score.
Run the cars. Let's go right now. No way. You're off your meds, man.
But is one team using creative engineering?
Y'all still trying to put your car together over there?
Or cheating?
I came here to race. I didn't come here to get killed.
Lose the race, lose your ride. Pigs, Wednesday beginning at 9 Eastern. With an all-new episode at 9:30, 8:30 Pacific. Only on Speed.
I'm thinking of a number between 450 and 850. Do you know what it is? It's my credit score, and it happens to be 720. The higher my credit score, the better chance I have of saving a lot of money.
Do you know your credit score? Do you know what's in your credit report?
You can find out right now at freecreditreport.com. You can even print it out if you want to. How much easier could it get? Log on to freecreditreport.com. That's freecreditreport.com.
Free credit report offer applies with enrollment in Triple Advantage.
What are you being charged for internet?
With your old phone, when you made a call from Edmonton to, say, Miami, you'd have to worry about long-distance fees. But with Shaw Digital Phone, you can call anywhere in Canada and the U.S. anytime for one flat monthly rate. So, when you call somewhere like Phoenix, it seems a lot closer. You could call it Fiendmonton. Or you could call Edmoncouver or Honoluluminton. With Shaw Digital Phone, every call is a local call. Even San Edmund Cisco-ton. The broadband experience. It's unlimited.
Hi, I'm Rob Christie, and this is Magic 99.
Temptation.
The coolest music on the radio.
Temptation. The way you wear your hat.
At last, a radio station for you.
The way you sip your tea.
Where all the good people go. Finally, a radio station for the rest of us.
Listen to Edmonton's new Magic 99. After all, life's too short for ordinary music.
Nationals, believe it or not, there's a funny car in that picture right there, and it's actually Gordy Bonin's old car. Let's go to Julie.
Trevor Lebsack and Team Tenacity, and that's what it takes to put one of these programs together, Tenacity. This weekend, Trevor and his team qualified in the number 3 spot with a 592, and Trevor, it is all about tenacity for you guys.
You bet. Yeah, Julie, tenacity, that just comes from, it just means never give up. And last year we hopscotched across the country and only qualified here in Edmonton, but just not giving up. And this year we finally turned the corner, and our crew and everybody, hopefully this weekend will pay off for us.
You put a couple 5s back-to-back this weekend, too. That must be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, running 5s is where we need to be to run with these guys like Mark and Rob. They're the echelon of the class, and it's nice to be running with them, and to do back-to-back ones means it's not a fluke. So.
Well, this is Trevor's actually his home track. He's from Slave Lake, Alberta. So if you can imagine, for the rest of the racing season, he has to drive between 40 and 48 hours. This being your home track, it'd be nice to take home a win.
Thanks, Julie. Okay, funny car, round number 1, and we are going to make our performance pick from the pits. I'm going to go with my good buddy Terry McMillan. I think he's going to turn it all around, get his first career win. He's the best leaver in the class.
He is definitely the best leaver in the class, no doubt about it. But I'm going to go with Mark Thomas and the Ethanol Performance Machine. Car has run great consistency the first few events of the year. Right now, though, I think it's a given who Julie's going to pick.
Now, this is the toughest pick for me, you guys, and you know why. I'm going to have to go with my husband, Rob Asherson. Rob has to get this car together. If he can get this car down the track without shaking the tire, he will definitely take the win this weekend. We'll see if he can do it and pull off a win here today.
That's a pretty big if. I mean, a lot of ifs in that deal there.
Well, I agree. And, you automatically figure that was a given. Lane choice is pointed out by the gray arrows you see displayed on the screen. There was a lot of alcohol funny cars here, Ken, trying to get in the show.
Roger Bateman will take on the reigning champion. That's Rob Edson, his father right there behind him. Flips on the computer and then tapes the switch up.
Maybe it'll shut itself off when that thing shakes the tires.
And Rob will get the round win here. 590, 240 miles per hour. 072 light. He had to chase him down.
You're right, Ken. Bateman was much better off the starting line. His car was actually on a real good run as well. You see both cars make a little bit of a move. Bateman heads toward the center stripe, but just beyond the 1,000-foot mark, watch the car on the left side of your screen, right about there. The burst panel goes out, the panel goes through the top, and we got a win light for Rob Atchison.
It has been a long time for you to get a round win. You went a 590, 240. You drove around him.
Well, you know what? That's the first time I've ever raced Roger Bateman. It took a long time to get in the lights, but that's a part of the game of drag racing. I guess I slept a little bit, but fortunately we had the power today. Erickson Manufacturing and Pennzoil and West Coast Transportation got us out here, and wow, the whole crew's been working. We've been really stressing. Tire shake, but it was nice and smooth that time, and maybe get down through this Edmonton heat and make a win. Woo!
Rob Atchison with only 4 round wins on the entire season, 2 of them coming at the season opener, so champ has been struggling. Mark Thomas, Terry McMillan, my pick against your pick again. Mark Thomas, he's always smiling.
This is such a great place to race. The fans are great. We got a great racetrack. Love to get here. Love to be here. And we're happy. We're happy. The car's been running pretty well. And you can never think you got life great though. You just got to always keep your eyes open and keep a good mind and just race hard.
Two of the best leaders in the business here on the starting line, Ken.
And how about that? Terry McMillan at 050 light runs 596 and takes out the 5-time world champ and points leader.
Wow, that was big right there for Terry McMillan. It wasn't very good for me, though, once again.
I think I'm up on you 3 or 4 to nothing,
I
dog.
lose another one, but Terry McMillan and his crew are well-deserved of a round win. No question about it. As Dr. Thomas Carter gets set to go, Terry McMillan and his gang have well-deserved a round win. Let's go talk to him at the far end of the racetrack.
Awesome drag race. You took out the #1 qualifier, #1 points leader. You went a 596, 236.
I'll tell you what, the sales were up on the Emily Oil Torco Funny car. We were flying today. It was a good weekend. I tell you what, Mark's a tough competitor. When you can come out here and take a shot at him and have an opportunity to win the race, you know you did your job. Our guys busted their butt like everybody else is here. We're happy. We're going on to the next round. And thank God for Edmonton, man. I love this place.
Here we go. And the dog, Thomas Carter, who qualified in the #7 hole, will get a win here in round #1 against Trevor Lebsack, 594, 238.
The quicker of the two qualified cars out here in round #1. And we talked to him earlier, Trevor Lebsack. He said tenacity was the name of the game. Well, he caught up and bit him here today.
Well, two names that typically we do not see inside of the field here with the EMAX Drag Racing Series. Ken Krause and Kevin Thieres showing up here at Edmonton, looking for their first round win of the season.
You're going rounds.
All right.
Looks to be your season. You went a 594, 238, and you had a pretty good reaction time.
Yeah, it was. I got up there, I knew what I had to do, and I did it. You know, it's pretty simple if you do it right. Not so simple when you don't. You know, we struggled a little bit in Grand Bend, but we're back on the mark now. So we'll amp it up a little bit and get out there in the next round. I think we got Terry McMillan, so we'll get him.
And the Doc, I think he's feeling more comfortable in that car all the time.
Well, Ken, his car is running much better, and they found great consistency with that thing.
Both guys moving around here a little bit, but more so for Kevin. He's out. Ken Krause gets a round win, 608, and goes into round #2 where he'll face Rob Atchison.
Well, Kevin Thieres' car makes a violent move towards the left. He has to go on and off the throttle, then finally just gives up the ghost. Krause's machine, on the other hand, on the right side of your screen, makes pretty much a picture-perfect run. Not the fastest, but good enough for the win here.
Well, the team owner, and this car is actually based out of this area. It must be great to take the win.
It is tremendous for us. We've been struggling in this spring. We bought a new car, and it's a new combination for us. We've got very, very few runs on the car since our combination got put into it.
So to take a round today, how's that feel?
Awesome, just awesome. It's great. We've got great weather, so it's been a marvelous weekend so far.
When we come back, it'll be Torque Raceway's Fromage.
Before they fire up the engines.
What do we need to know about tonight's race?
NASCAR Race Day fires up the fans.
Racing is all we know and all we do.
NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot. Live from Indianapolis, Sunday 12 Eastern, only on Speed.
Airbags, anti-lock brakes, seat belts. There's still one safety feature missing. Every car needs a tire gauge.
Mario Andretti and Firestone remind you.
Check your tires.
Pressure, enemy of engines. Enemy of pressure, Pennzoil Platinum. It's the full synthetic with adaptive molecules that continually join forces to help conquer the enormous pressure inside your engine. Not just oil, Pennzoil.
This is Duralast, the battery built to exceed the need. It's engineered with all the cranking power you need for extreme conditions. And for a limited time, get an AutoZone gift card with purchase. Only at AutoZone.
had some great battles all day long. We are north of the border, up in Edmonton, Alberta. And our Canadian fans loving some great drag racing, courtesy of the Emax Nitro Jam Series, Knoll Gas Torco's Race Fuels, Pro Mod category coming at you. We've had some great racing inside of this category. You're looking at the current track ET mile-per-hour record holder, Scott Cannon. He'll line up alongside Kenny Lang.
A couple of supercharged race cars getting set to do battle right here in the Torco Pro Mod semifinals. And this is the Torco Race Fuels Pro Mod of Scott Cannon Jr. This is also the car, Ken Stout, that was upside down in qualifying at San Antonio. Still in primer, but got that skull right up on the hood.
He gave everybody quite a scare there that weekend. Father Scotty Cannon looking on, and it's over. Scott Cannon goes red by 0.2 of a second and hands it over to Kenny Lang.
And Kenny Lang will pick up the win. Scott Cannon will kick himself in the hind end after a 2:07 red light start. Watch the replay. Anytime you see the amber bulbs stay on in your lane, that is a red light. While we don't physically see it on this side of the racetrack, let's watch Kenny Lang in the Corvette. Great looking run, pulls the parachute, picks up the win, and now talks with Julie.
You had this one right off the gun with Cannon's red light.
Yeah, we got lucky there. I mean, we had lots of help between this round with Rick and Al Billis. We had some problems with the injector. Without those guys, we wouldn't be here. So we'll see how things go in the final. We'll be ready.
That's the supercharged entry of Quayne Stott with the Lee Boy sponsorship on it. And he'll line up next to the Iceman. Shannon Jenkins, the lone nitrous entry left inside of the field. Can he put that thing in the finals in his first qualified race of the season?
Supercharger versus nitrous.
Oh, the Iceman goes red as well. He missed it by just 16,000ths of a second.
And Quayne Stott picks up the win, Ken. 6:23, 2:30 the speed. He uses up a lot of racetrack. Shannon Jenkins' car. Watch the replay. Watch the far side. You can pick those front wheels out of the infrared beam just as quick as you can roll them out. Once again, watch that car make a move. Anytime you leave the ambers on, that is a red light start. Quayne Stott, your winner.
This was your race right from the go. He red lit.
See, and I didn't know that. I left the clutch out, and I'm looking at his whole car, and I said, there's no way I'm going to catch him. I had no clue he red lit, so I stayed with it, and phew, thank goodness. I thought he broke or something when I seen the front end fall, and I went around him. So, well, Shannon usually kills me on a tree, so maybe I wasn't as late as I thought of. He was a little early.
The person that's done the most for me, my sister Kelly, that's a no-brainer. Take this panel off, you're gonna have these blacked out. There's a little fun in the fact that she knows nothing about it. Payback's giving back to someone who's cut your brake.
Payback, Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, only on Speed.
Reaction time is everything. Blink and you'll miss it. Green means go. The Skullshine World Nationals, presented by AC Delco. Don't miss all new Nitro Funny Cars, 5-time top fuel champ Blake Milliken, and more. And Saturday is the legendary Nitro Fire. See the Jet Semi Firestorm, free fireworks, Nitro Cycles, and more. Plus all kids seats are just $5. The Emax Nitro Jam Series, August 25th, 26th, and 27th, Norwalk Raceway Park.
Do you really need a titanium driver? That magnesium frame spinning reel? A 60-inch screen? Do you really need a motor oil that protects for 15,000 miles?
Darn right.
You deserve the best of the best. Mobil 1 Extended Performance. Advanced technology, proven anti-wear protection, guaranteed for 15,000 miles.
Mobil 1 Extended Performance.
The oil that's changing oil.
It's time now for the Knoll Gas Torque Race Fuels Pro Stock category. Look at these things, man. They are just awesome. Jeff Dobbins doing the burnout there, and he made his way to the semifinals where he'll line up alongside Tony Gillick.
I still got one in the hunt right here,
Yeah,
Tony
you do.
Gillick. Amazingly, I must admit. Tony Gillick and Dobbins. Again, we talked earlier about Dobbins having a tough season last year. Tony Gillick did as well. These two cars have rebounded quite well here in 2006. Should be a great race, Ken.
Both just phenomenal drivers. Making it happen, and that is what Pro Stock is all about. A 652 with an 034 light beats a 032 light with a 653. I mean, that's getting it on.
You said it a moment ago, my friend. Two of the best levers in the business, Gillick and Dobbins, and two guys that struggled last year have really come back, and Jeff Dobbins goes to the final.
That was an awesome drag race, a great side-by-side pass. You took the win with the 652.
It was a really good run. You know, Tony and them guys are really some of the toughest guys out here. So we knew it was going to be a tough matchup when we pulled up there, but we got that one. So one more to go.
How are you feeling going into this next round?
Feeling really good. I think we can do this thing.
Well, I still got a guy left in here as
You
well,
sure
as
do.
does Julie. We'll find out who's going to win this battle. Pete Berner's my guy. Frank Gugliana is who Julie picked a little bit earlier in the show. She so gracefully took the number one qualifier.
She's good at that, right?
She knows who that number one is. Charlie Taylor's car in the far lane. Great looking shots there from our cameraman. Pete Berner lays up a little short here, though. 075 light, 651 will not be enough as Frank Gugliana put the light on it.
A winning 651.7 to a losing 651.2. The difference at the starting line, almost 200ths of a second and a half of a car length for the win for the Flying Meatball. Actually, call it a fender right there. Now let's move the in-car with Pete Berner. Once again, he'll shift that manually shifted Liberty 5-speed, but unfortunately, it's not quite enough for the win right here.
You did your job, Frank. Whole shot victory. A 651 with a 7 beats a 651 with a 2.
What do you know? I might be able to keep my job another week because I've been struggling on the tree lately. So that was good. I need to do my job. Got to thank Charlie and Jane Taylor coming out all this way. I mean, it's a long way to come, and I sure would like to bring them a victory for them coming all this way, but we just got to go one more round.
The Speed Report.
Get the why.
Go beyond the highlights.
A lot of questions coming into this weekend.
The Speed Report premieres Sunday night, 8 Eastern and Pacific.
If you want to make your hard-earned dollar go a whole lot farther, get to Advance Auto Parts for our everyday ready-to-go low price guarantee. Nobody can beat our prices on just about anything for your car.
We're ready in advance.
Larry, go, go, go!
Right here, partner! Here we go! Right here! Go! Go, go, go! Go! Attaboy! Yeah!
Proud sponsor of Fitz Bradshaw Racing. Supercuts every time.
Hi, I'm John Scher, CEO and founder.
Since Shaw introduced its new digital phone, customers have been enjoying many features that may have cost extra with their previous phone service. Walker is here to tell us about these included features.
Call return can best be described as a sort of callback feature. By pressing *69 on your phone, call return will automatically dial the last number that called you.
To find out more about Shaw Digital Phone and all the included features, visit shaw.ca.
Can I just have one more moon dance?
There's something new on the radio. Discover extraordinary music.
I'm an Englishman in New York.
Smart.
Whoa.
Sophisticated.
Come away with me.
Sexy. Listen to Edmonton's new Magic 99. After all, life's too short for ordinary music.
Here at Castle Raceway, the Rocky Mountain Nationals, and of course you're watching the Emax Nitro GM Racing Series. Ken Stout with you, Brian Olson sitting in the booth with me, and Julie Atchison's down there with our great fans who are trying to purchase some of that official Emax Drag Racing merchandise.
Well, you cannot leave one of our Emax Drag Racing Series events without your memorabilia and your great memories of this weekend's event, including event t-shirts, hats, koozies, sweatshirts, whatever the case might be. No sweatshirts needed this weekend, though. It's been picture-perfect Chamber of Commerce weather throughout the course of this weekend, Ken.
Okay, Funny Cars semifinals. We're down to the Final Four, and you're looking at the three-time reigning champ in alcohol Funny Car, Rob Atchison, and Rob will line up alongside Ken Kraus.
Well, my pick is out of here. How's your pick? Is your pick still in? Who do you have?
My pick is still in. We're talking about Terry McMillan, so I still have a shot at that deal.
Ken Kraus and Rob Atchison get set to go. Obviously, Julie's pick from the start for the pick from the pits is her husband, Rob, nearest the camera.
Oh, man, a huge move. I'm not sure that Atchison didn't cross the center line right there. Whether he did or not, he does not cross the stripe first. Ken Kraus, and what you would have to call a huge upset, will go to the final.
We heard Kraus say it was a pretty new race car without a lot of laps on it, but if you make the comparison to Rob Atchison's car, which does cross the center line here, is automatically disqualified, he is out of here no matter what the case would have been. Even had Kraus turned the red light on, he still would have got the win in a first or worse situation. Kraus, your winner.
Atchison was all over the track. He took the win with a 6:05, 2:30.
Outstanding, and not bad for a little local bunch of guys, huh? It's great to be able to race the caliber of that team and come out on top. It says a lot for our team. You know, we're occasional guys. We're not the full-time team yet. But I got to thank all my sponsors. You know, I mean, and I know I'm going to miss a bunch of them. Without them, we're not going to be here. That's simple as that. Ron Hodson, Sin Oil, and Pathway Mats. You know, and a whole list of others.
Going to a final.
We're going to go there, and we got parts left, so we can be there.
Congrats to that team. You are looking at the dock right there. Thomas Carter and the Jawbreaker, and he'll line up alongside Terry McMillan.
I want to mention real quickly, he mentioned the name Ron Hodgson. When you go back to that Pacemaker Funny Car we saw earlier, Jerry Verheuvel, Gordy Bonnet, Ron Hodgson was the sponsor of that car in the mid-'70s as well. That's pretty cool.
And Thomas Carter gets it done. Talk about leaving on somebody an 030 light. Terry McMillan an uncharacteristic 093 light. And Carter will go to his second final this season.
This car we mentioned earlier in the show, Ken Stout, has found consistency. McMillan, known to be the best leaver in the business, as you mentioned, uncharacteristically tardy at the starting line. Dr. Tom Carter and the Jawbreaker right down the middle of the lane, and those guys have reason to be happy.
You had this race right from the get-go. You went a 6:01, 2:38. Amazing reaction time for you as well.
Yeah, I've been worried about that lately, so I've been working on it. So it's working out. It worked out pretty good there. The car just went straight down through there, handled great, hit the shift points perfect, and it did a good job. Thanks to my crew for putting together a great car.
You're going to the final.
I know. This is my second career final. We're amped up.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Exhibit A! This video proves the defendant was engaged in reckless street racing, crashing, destruction of property, and something so twisted, it has no name.
Flat Out's back to blow everything else off the track. Take on your friends or compete online with new souped-up muscle cars to race and wreck. Plus, all new driver thrashing bonus games.
Young man, what you did is awesome!
Flat Out 2, same full throttle action, way more destruction. Rated T for teen.
The wait for the coals just got a lot shorter. New Kingsford Charcoal with surefire grooves, heats faster, and is ready sooner. Kingsford, BBQ, PDQ.
Travelodge. Recreate, hibernate.
Always book at Travelodge.com.
This is Duralast, the battery built to exceed the need. Engineered with all the cranking power you need for extreme conditions. And for a limited time, get an AutoZone gift card with purchase. Only at AutoZone.
Introducing the Triple Prime Burger. Made with prime tenderloin, ribeye, and sirloin. Ground fresh. The moment you taste a great burger, you know it. The new Triple Prime Burger. Ruby Tuesday.
Passion. It's something Suzuki shares with the best riders in the world. Riders whose passion isn't winning, it's total domination. Our champions have what it takes to win. Do you? Champions choose Suzuki.
We've been working hard all day to get it down to the final two in every class. That's where we're at. Hold on. You're watching the Rocky Mountain Nationals here on Speed and the Emax Nitro Jam Racing Series. We're north of the border. You see the Canadian flag flying there. And when you come up here, as far north as we are, even our night under fire has daylight.
Yeah, it's no
This stays
longer.
light till like midnight, dude.
They got a lot of sunlight around here, baby. The night under fire might as well be called the night under sunlight, baby. But nonetheless, pro mods, pro stock, cool stuff like wheel standing backhoes.
Yeah, it's called the JCB GT backhoe with 572 cubic inches, 1,300 horsepower, powering that thing down through there. It was a lot of fun for everybody to watch. Well, as we take a look at our Knoll Gas Torco Raceway's Pro Modified category, Kenny Lang made his way to the final through Halsey, Rowe, and Cannon.
Stott takes out DeStefano Castellana and others to make his way to the final. And this is going to be a good side-by-side drag race for sure, Ken.
Kenny Lang there in that beautiful Corvette. Here's how they got there as you take a look at the ladder after round number one. Quayne Stott will line up alongside Kenny Lang. Quayne Stott, another tough competitor. We had a chance to speak with him to find out what he feels like he has to do to win.
I figure if we can run a low 20, we'll be okay as long as I can leave on time, which has been a problem of mine here lately. But if we can leave with him and run a low 20 and don't shoot ourselves in the foot and shake the tires or something, we should be okay.
And Kenny Lang in his first career Emax Nitro Jam final got a lot of help from a lot of very talented people.
A lot of guys are giving us a hand. I mean, Rich DeStefano, Al Billis, Jason, all my guys, everybody definitely pulled together to get all the stuff together. And without their help, we wouldn't be able to do it. We heard some stuff and they definitely helped us out. So without those guys, we wouldn't be doing this. So looking forward to it.
The near lane, Quayne Stott, his 18th career final. Both cars bouncing around, both cars side by side, door handle to door handle. Kenny Lang the better reaction time, and Quayne Stott the win.
Man, that was a gunfight at the Edmonton Corral right there, man. That was an awesome race. Kenny Lang is three better off the starting line. Both drivers use both hands on the steering wheel while they're having to shift these race cars. Watch how close. That much. Just a little bit over a fender for the Lee Boy Torco 63 split wing of Corvette and your event champion, Quayne Stott.
This is a big win for you and your team. It's been a while. You took the win. It was a close race, but you came out on top.
Yeah, I'm so proud. I mean, I got the best sponsors in the world. There's no doubt. Lee Boy's been with me 9 years. Now Torco's come on board. But everybody gives me all this credit for all these two cars doing good and me doing good, but I got the best crew. I'll put them up with anybody's crew anytime, and they're headed up by Brandon Howard, and if it wasn't for them, I would not be here.
This must feel just incredible for you and your team.
We needed it. We needed it so bad because we know we got the car to beat, but and a lot of it's been driver error, so I've been beating myself up a lot, and I think I drove decent today. So we're just going to keep going, and, we closed in, I think, within 2 rounds of the points leader, so we're right there, and Tommy's right behind me, so we got 2 cars right, one at 2 and 3. It couldn't be no better. There's no way it could be any better than this.
Quayne is an absolute fighter, one of the greatest guys in the pits. You can see exactly what he was talking about. 33 points behind Glenn Karunski, who's been to every final with the exception of this one, then followed by Tommy DeApril.
And no better time for Karunski to go out in round number 1. Quayne Stott makes the biggest share of moves here in Pro Mod category.
More EMAX drag racing next.
Superbikes on speed.
We're going to get out here to the track today and take some nasty passes.
They're not just show bikes. It's all about the ride.
My interest, my passion, my love. It's always been two wheels.
Superbikes, Tuesday night, 9 Eastern, 10 Pacific on speed.
That check engine light is often a sign of a transmission problem. Don't just ignore it. Take your car or truck to the experts. Cotman Transmission.
Hey, Cotman man, can you help me? Don't worry, Terry. With our free TransJack 21 Plus, we'll do a road test and an electronic scan, all for free. It's an $85 value.
Cotman, America's transmission specialist.
Shaw Digital Phone customers know what their bill's going to be before they even see it. So we wanted to find out, are they psychic?
27. 204. Giraffe.
The answer is no. Shaw Digital Phone customers just pay the same flat rate every month because there are no hidden fees. Call 310 Shaw to order.
Can I just have one more moon dance?
There's something new on the radio. Discover extraordinary music.
I'm an Englishman in New York.
Smart.
Whoa.
Sophisticated.
Come away with me.
Sexy. Listen to Edmonton's new Magic 99. After all, life's too short for ordinary music.
Rad Torque Race Fuels Pro Mod category. Now it's time to do the same in Pro Stock. Welcome back to the Rocky Mountain Nationals. The fans are excited, and rightfully so. Before we go to the finals, let's talk about the Summit Super Series.
That's right, with big money on the line from Summit for the no-box category, an Ironman, the Gold Card, the Diamond Ring, and all the cool stuff, as well as a brand-new Race Tech dragster, a big engine from the folks at Dodge, championship Diamond Ring, and money as well.
No Gas, Torque Race Fuels Pro Stock category. Frank Gugliotta and the Flying Meatball defeated Rick Jones, John Montecalvo, and Pete Berner.
Go forth, Haas and Gillig fall to the hands of the driving skills of Jeffrey Dobbins.
Jeffrey Dobbins doing the burnout right there with the evil twin, and no doubt referring to the one that he destroyed at
That's exactly right.
Well, the Flying Meatball looking for a win here, and he knows this one's very important, not just because it's another round win, but because of a championship.
It'd be nice to take the points lead right here today. If we win, we go around Tony, and we really need to do that here today and take advantage of it.
Jeff Dobbins would love to complete his comeback. It's been a while since he's been in the winner's circle. What's he going to do to get back in there today?
It's been a while, but the car is running very well. The guys are doing a great job. The car is just handling just fantastic. I think we got a good shot at winning this thing.
Gugliotta of the far lane, Dobbins and Ihra. And what a shame. I'll tell you, Jeff Dobbins doing his job at the starting line. The guy coaches a number of drivers in this class. Puts an 0-14 on the board, but the car fails him somewhere through the run.
Man, he left the starting line 0-14, is 14 away from perfect. Car makes a move, and Ken, I got to think that something definitely broke on that race car. Meanwhile, Frank Gugliotta heads to the top end and then picks up the win and the valuable point.
We're looking at the new points leader. You took the win. He had some problems. You went a 654, 214.
She was loose. She was banging, shaking, and every gear changed. But I said, man, I'm not lifting out of this thing for nothing, baby. We're going to take her to the end. Yeah! All right. Got to thank Charlie and Jane Taylor. Love y'all. Love you. Drove all the way up here to bring this car up here for me to race it. Told them they could ride home with this baby when I came here this Thursday. And guess what? They're going to ride home with it. Yeah!
Frank is an awesome guy. Congratulations to them. That is his 6th career win in 8 attempts. Gugliotta now on top of the points.
He makes a good move to the top. Pete Berner as well. Jeff Dobbins makes a move up to 4th spot. And on down the list, bookended once again by John Montecalvo in the 10th spot.
Alcohol Funny Car Final next.
Before they fire up the engines, NASCAR Race Day fires up the fans.
We're going to get you revved up to go racing with the NASCAR Race Day setup.
Get the latest updates and watch the sparks fly.
How wild are you going to drive?
In depth.
You're going to see raw racing at its best.
And inside.
I didn't want to give you the news of the day.
From the crew that puts everyone in the know.
I watch Speed. That's about the only channel I watch religiously.
NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot. Live from Indianapolis. Sunday, 12 Eastern, only on Speed.
Theories of space and time are officially under review. The Ninja ZX-14, our most powerful motorcycle ever.
See your Kawasaki dealer now for great deals and low payments.
Do you really need a titanium driver? That magnesium frame spinning reel? A 60-inch screen? Do you really need a motor oil that protects for 15,000 miles?
Darn right.
You deserve the best of the best. Mobil 1 Extended Performance. Advanced technology, proven anti-wear protection, guaranteed for 15,000 miles.
Mobil 1 Extended Performance.
The oil that's changing oil.
Reaction time is everything. Blink and you'll miss it. Green means go. The Skullshine World Nationals, presented by AC Delco. Don't miss all new Nitro Funny Cars, 5-time top fuel champ Blake Milliken, and more. And Saturday is the legendary Nitro Fire. See the Jet Semi Firestorm, free fireworks, Nitro Cycles, and more. Plus all kids seats for just $5. The EMAX Nitro Jam Series, August 25th, 26th, and 27th, Norwalk Raceway Park.
This telecast has been brought to you by Cars, RV, and Marine, your one-stop shop. And by Torco Racing Fuels. Fuels with an attitude. It's time for the finals in Funny Car here at the Rocky Mountain Nationals. It was Thomas Carter who defeated Trevor Lebsack and Terry McMillan.
And Ken Kraus, the upset-minded one, takes out Kevin Theris and the world champion, Rob Atchison.
Here we go. The players are doing the burnout. That is the jawbreaker. Dr. Thomas Carter in his second career final. He will line up alongside Ken Kraus as you take a look how the ladder laid out to the final round. How about Ken Kraus makes it to his first career final?
It's awesome. I mean, we've been hoping for this for a long time. The guys have worked really, really hard. We got a great team that's holding up. We got a few issues going on with the car, but I think we're going to be there.
And Carter making it to his second career final, won at Rockingham earlier this year. How will he approach this one?
I got to get my mindset that I'm going to go out there and do the same thing again. You know, it's a mindset thing. That's all it is. A lot of this driving business is mental. It really is. You can't get too excited that we're at a point where you're, not thinking and being consistent.
Guarantee you, Thomas Carter's driving has definitely improved this season on his starting line, no doubt about it.
Carter with a big-time hole shot, then backs it up with some strong numbers. 596, 238. He has definitely been on the tree today.
You are exactly right, Ken. 037, 030, 057. The doctor said it a moment ago. A lot of it's right there in your head. And he's proven it here in 2006. Doing a great job driving this funny car. Kraus makes a game effort. Is behind off the starting line. But right down the middle of the lane, Dr. Thomas Carter picks up the win. Watch the crew. Justifiably happy, as is our winner.
It's your second ever final, your second win of the season. You're on fire this weekend with a 596, 238.
Wow, that's great. That's exactly what we needed to do. It was a close race. I could see Ken out of the corner of my eye, and I did what I needed to do. Thanks to my crew, Fowler and Fowler Engines in Columbus, Ohio. And I want to dedicate this one to all of our soldiers. They're fighting for us overseas, both the U.S. and Canadian forces. Thank you.
I'm with you on that one, my friend. I'll back that one up 100% anytime. Mark Thomas still your points leader, followed by Rob Atchison. This one is far from over, fans. Thomas Carter bumps his way up into third.
Absolutely. Trevor Lebsack, Terry McMillan makes a little bit of a move as well. Dobbs, Monroe, Tigas, Ken Kraus, and Chris Foster round off the top 10.
Make sure you join us right here on Speed for more Durcar action from Milan. For Julie Atchison, Brian Olson, I'm Ken Stepp. We'll see you next time right here on Speed.